Good evening, everyone. We welcome you all to the valedictory ceremony. I am Nuha Rahman.
And I, Sanidhya Gupta, are here to speak before you and start with the valedictory ceremony. So once Sir Nelson Mandela said, quote unquote, it always seems impossible until it's done. Our first edition of VELLUM was done in 2019. We, as a team and a society, went through a lot of obstructions and logistical problems, but we made it happen. Then came the extravagant and devastating COVID 19, wherein we lost the chance to conduct our flagship event. In the year 2022, we finally saw the chance, we grabbed it, irrespective of all the hardships and issues that were waiting for us at the threshold. We as a team overcame them all, and here, the success of this event is in front of you all. Congratulations, everyone, for VERBEM 2.0. So we present you a short clip showcasing behind the scenes designed by Hazel.
We welcome all the dignitaries present on the dais with the blessing of our honorable founder, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, our Chancellor, Dr. Atul K. Chauhan, and our Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Balwinder Shukla. We request all the dignitaries on the dais, along with our faculty convener, our convener and deputy convener, to please move towards the lamp for the lightning ceremony.
वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकारेषु सर्वदा असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योमामृतं गमय असतो मा सद्गमय ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् सरस्वती महाभागे वेद्ये कमललोचने वेद्यारूपे विशालाक्षि वेद्यां देहि नमोऽस्तुते वेद्यां देहि नमोऽस्तुते वेद्यां देहि नमोऽस्तुते. Thank you all the dignitaries. we'll proceed further.
You chanted the mantra? Very good.
I request our Honorable Chairman, Sir Professor D.K. Bandyopadhyay, Amity Law Schools, along with Professor Dr. Shefali Raizada Ma'am, Additional Director, Amity Law School, Noida, to felicitate our Honorable Guest of Honor, Chairman, Delhi Bar Council, Mr. Murari Tiwari, sir. Further, I request our Honorable Chairman, Sir Professor D.K. Bandyopadhyay, Amity Law Schools, Professor Dr. Shefali Raizada Ma'am, Additional Director, Dr. Aditya Thomas, Sir, Additional Director, Amity Law School, Noida, Professor Dr. Arvind P. Bhanu, Sir, Additional Director, Amity Law Schools, Noida, along with the faculty convener, Professor Dr. Neeru Sharan Ma'am, to felicitate our Honorable Guest of Honor, Senior Journalist and Anchor, News Nation, Mr. Vidyanath Jha.
Now, we would like to invite Professor Dr. Shefali Raizada, HOI and Additional Director of Amity Law School, Noida, to welcome our guests and address the gathering. Ma'am is a true academician with varied interests and has led the law school with a firm and gentle hand. Ma'am holds a PhD degree from University of Lucknow. Ma'am also holds a specialization in IPR and ADR, PG Diploma in Human Resource Management, and PG Diploma in International Human Thank you so much. You're welcome, ma'am.
Very good afternoon to all present here. With all blessings of our founder president, sir, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, and with all good wishes and motivation of our respected chancellor, sir, Dr. Atul Chauhan, and certainly guidance with all good wishes and inspirations from our respected Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Balvinder Shukla, ma'am. It's a really great moment. We are at the closing of our VERBEM VELLUM 2.0. So I would like to say a few words before the formal welcome to our guest. Obviously, as I told earlier also, this Amity Law School, Amity University, it's the dream of our founder president, sir, who is the renowned philanthropist. And he has the dream to make Amity as a superpower by 2030 in the field of education, in the service of the nation. So we are here to fulfill all his dreams. We are here to take all initiatives and efforts to make our students the strong educationists, strong leaders, and strong professionals. So as Amity Law School is known for all its versatility, vibrancy, and passion for the professional grooming, what we do in Amity Law School since long for our students, for to inculcate the leadership qualities, to inculcate the various and to grooming and nurture their talent. And today, the VERBEM VELLUM, the meaning of this word is words of war. So it's not a war in a real sense, it's the war of the words, it's the war of the intellectuals. So here we are at the closing of this ceremony, And as I told you, Amity Law School is always taking a continuously passionate to inculcate and to impart the education, not confined to the classroom's text, but also fulfillment, the holistic development, holistic and overall development of the students. And this debating society who has organized this event, it has been a very, very popular society, popular platform where most of the students, they love to be the part of it. What I have seen uh, since means very long period of time, how students they take and content. I mean, certainly I will give the credit to Dr. Neeru Sharan as the convener of this society, and all the passionate and hardworking students who are the part of the organizing committee. I believe the first semester students are sitting, and we have invited you for witnessing this event, just to learn what is going in your law school, how you have to attach through activities, you have to contribute, you have to nurture your talent here also. This is a platform you will never find in your life after graduation. So please just be very, very active to participate and to put your energy and channelize your energy in the creative works. This is a suggestion from me. So on this occasion, as this is a very, very strong, popular society, this time they have organized in various formats, which are great learning experience for all of you who has witnessed and who participated. So first of all, I welcome on this note, first of all, our guest of honor, Mr. Murari Tiwari, Chairman, Delhi Bar Council. Sir, we are really obliged to have you here in this platform, and accepting our invitation, we are obliged. It's a great moment. Whatever the deliberation input, that each one of the word, I am sure it would be very, very fruitful for our law students. So thank you once again for coming and accepting our invitation on this note. I also, our distinguished guest, I welcome Mr. Vidyanath Jha, senior journalist and anchor News Nation. So media person is the fourth estate. It's very important for the law students, the circulation, how the media is the very, very exclusive pillar of the democracy. So the law students must know, and they look forward for the journal, for how the journalist speaks about the logical facts and other news information. Very soon, Mr. Manoj Kumar, founder and managing partners, Hammurabi and Solomon Partners, he would be joining. I think sir has joined. So I welcome you, sir. Though online, but it's really thanks to the technology we could connect even online. So we could connect with each other. Connectivity is important. So that is what I welcome you. Ms. Aishwarya Bhati, Additional Solicitor General of India, she would be joining shortly. So I also welcome in advance. I also pay my gratitude to our respected chairman, sir, Professor Dr. D.K. Bandyopadhyay, who is the supporting pillar and the support system for the Amity Law School, Noida. I am really thankful and convey my gratitudes and welcome on this platform in a formal way. So thank you so very much. I also welcome all the colleagues who are present here. Dr. Bhanu and Dr. Tomar would be joining. And other faculty colleagues on this platform, all the participants, again, once again, I welcome you in this valedictory session, and I welcome all the students who are sitting apart from the participants. So I convey my gratitudes to all the organizing committee and Dr. Neeru Sharan as a convener. Thank you once again and welcome you once again.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your motivational words and always supporting us in our every initiative.
Now we welcome Professor Dr. Arvind P. Bhanu, sir. He's the Additional Director of Amity Law School, Noida. Sir has been working in the field of law for more than 2 decades. He has served various institutes in different capacities. He specializes in constitutional law and has his doctoral dissertation degree in the area of specialization. He has authored numerous papers which have been published in various national and international journals. Thank you so much, sir. We welcome you.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Yes, I would like to request to Mr. Murari Tiwari ji to come up and please say a few words to the students because he is going to lead. Okay, thank you.
हाँ ठीक अच्छा चलो बोलो के बाद बोलो
एक मिनट रुको मैं हाँ आप बोलो
पहले
सर
आप
So we would like to introduce our guest of honor for addressing you all, Mr. Murari Tiwari, the chairman of Delhi Bar Council. Mr. Tiwari is currently serving as the chairman of Delhi Bar Council. Earlier, he has also served as an honorable secretary of the Bar Council for 2 terms. We would like to invite Mr. Murari, sir, for his kind words.
Dear student, please look at this gentleman, Mr. Tiwari, and his introduction is Chairman Bar Council, Delhi Bar Council. Do you know why I am mentioning this special thing? Because all of you who will be registering at Delhi Bar, he is the man who will be registering you. He is the chairman of Delhi Bar Council, and he is a great well-wisher to Amity Law School, Noida. Whenever any student faces any difficulty, we immediately call him, Tiwari ji, your help is needed. Tiwari ji, sir, bhej dijiye. So such person is with us, and he is going to bless you. So I think more than that, he does not need any introduction. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. D.K. Bandyopadhyay ji, Madam Sefali Rayzada, Dr. Aditya Tomar, Mr. Vidyanath Jha, senior journalist, Dr. Manoj Kumar, who is one of my good friend who is connected virtually. I welcome you, Dr. Manoj Bhai, Madam Niru Sharan, Mr. Arvind Bhanu, Additional Director. I always feel delighted to be here amongst you with the reason that I remind my college time when I was a law student at Campus Law Center, University of Delhi. And I always take it as a matter of proud when I come here. Today I am in little scarcity of time with the reason that there is a meeting of Bar Council, and in that meeting you must know, because after few years or few months, many of you will join the bar. So there are complaints against the lawyers. When there are complaints against the lawyers, then that matter is put up before the council to decide that whether they are entitled to continue their profession or not. So that meeting is fixed today, and I am having approximately 140 cases there, and that meeting is to start at 4 o'clock. So I have requested my other colleagues that you start, then I will join you, because I cannot say no to Madam Niru Sharan, who is a professor in political science. And the moment she asked me that, Mr. Tiwari, you have to come here in Amity. So say, I was not having courage to say, no, madam, I will not come. So I am feeling a little embarrassed that I am not able to spare much time with you all. You all are in a very safe custody with your faculties. Madam Sefali Rajada, Mr. D.K. Bandyopadhyay, Dr. Aditya Tomar, then Mr. Arvind Bhanu. The reason I am telling you, there can be technical reasons, but I must share with you all that when the last result was out, so your all faculties, they called me and they said that the result is out on the internet, but provisional will take time. So I share with them and I asked them that you can send your students. I will enroll them in Bar Council even without provisional certificates. I am deeply touched with Amity Law School because my next generation is also being brought up here and being taught here. My both sons, Kamalan Tiwari and Radharaman Tiwari, they are also being taught here. So I am deeply connected with Amity. And Mr. Bandhopadhyay rightly said to you, after this Amity Law College, the entry gate is Bar Council, where I will meet you there. And I always feel happy when I notice any student from Amity, because I know that you all are studying here very seriously. You are participating in debates. You are participating in moot courts. That is very important. I came to know that yesterday this seminar was inaugurated and you all participated very well. And the reason of these seminars are that you have to participate with the reason that you have to be a very good orator. More particularly in case you want to be a good lawyer. In case you feel shy, in case you are not able to speak, you are not able to be receptive, you are not, in case you are not able to present your points, then you should be a judicial officer or you should join any other job in legal sector. But in case you want to be a lawyer, you want to be a practicing lawyer, then you have to come out, you have to speak, you have to participate in seminars, you have to participate in debates. And it is very good initiative by Amity. I have been coming here for more than 2 decades. I have been coming here. In 2012 and 13, when I was secretary in Bar Council of Delhi, even at that time also, Dr. Aditya, I think you will remember, Mr. Aditya Tomar ji, आपको ध्यान होगा कि जब मैं सेक्रेटरी भी था तब भी आता था यहाँ. And Bandhopadhyay ji and Sefali madam, whenever they ask me, I am here. So my dear students and faculties is also here. I will request you all that today excuse me because another set of litigations are waiting for me and they must be accusing me in case I will not reach there in time. I am very happy. I congratulate the winners who participated and who won the prizes. But I would like to congratulate the losing team also, because when you lose in any seminar or debate, then you try to acquire some more knowledge with the hope that next time you will win. So congratulations to both of you. Manoj Bhai, I think you will also excuse me. And Vidyanath Jha, I wanted to hear you. I wanted to listen your, debates here today. I have been looking you at News Nation, but kindly excuse me today. So, madam and Bandhopadhyay ji, I will request you all kindly grant me leave to leave from this podium only, or should anything is left now? So, thank you very much. Thank you very much to you all.
Thank you so much, sir, for those gratifying words. I'll request our Honorable Chairman, Professor D.K. Bandhopadhyay, our Honorable Head of Institution, Professor Dr. Shefali Raizada, Professor Dr. Aditya Tomar, Professor Dr. Arvind Bhanu, sir, to please felicitate Honorable Guest of Honor, Mr. Murari Tiwari, sir. It is an absolute honor to have you amongst us, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your presence.
We invite Professor Dr. Arvind P. Bhanu, Additional Director, Amity Law School, Noida, to share his words of wisdom.
So, along with my colleague, Dr. Sefali, and Mr. Murari Tiwari ji, who has just spoken to you, it's, I welcome to all of you who are sitting here. Mr. Vidya Nath Jhaji, who is also, he is a journalist and anchor News Nation. As we know that journalism is a fourth pillar in a democratic system, the journalists are having very pious duty towards the society. They always bring forth the truth. A great duty to be performed by sir. We are thankful for your presence. We welcome you, sir. Thank you so much. Madam Aishwarya Bhati, who is on the way, she is coming, just we are in wait. And she is, just let me give her introduction, she is coming. She is Additional Solicitor General of India and is having more than 2 decades experience in the profession. She is also designated Senior Advocate at Supreme Court. We all are thankful that she has consented her to come and she is coming. And in absentia, though she is coming, we extend our warm welcome to her. Certainly, we will get all we cannot through books during the address. We all are thankful to our founder, president, who has blessed us, our chancellor, sir, who has blessed her for organizing this event. So thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for your wise words. Now, I would like to invite Professor Dr. D.K. Bandyopadhyay, sir, the chairman of Amity Law Schools. Sir is a multifaceted scholar, academician, administrator, and a visionary leader in India's education community in modern times. A golden medalist in his master's degree, a PhD in computer applications, a fellow from ESSEC Business School, Paris, and an inspiring professional. Dr. D.K. Sir has spent 40 years of his career in academia. Sir has over 70 research contributions and published many papers in reputed national and international journals and won many awards for those. We welcome you, sir.
In debating language, they say, all good that ends good. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? All good that ends good. How many of you agree with me? What can be a better ending than the presence of the chairman, Delhi Bar Council, where you are going to get yourself registered as a lawyer? What else can be the better ending when Aishwarya Bhati, who is the Additional Solicitor General, she is going to bless you? What could be the best ending when Vidyanath Jhaji, Senior Journalist, is present here? What can be better end when Manoj Kumar ji, who are founder, managing partner, Human Ravi and Salman and partners, he is going to bless you. What better or what best can be the end when you are all going to be blessed by our Honorable Founder President, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan. And a man who has, as I mentioned in the inauguration, with his vision, has created such a beautiful educational institution with one vision, with one aim, with one objective, with one dream, that how India, through you, younger generation, to make it a superpower, knowledge superpower. And when a country becomes a knowledge superpower, it automatically becomes a superpower. And that is his dream, single dream. And this single dream is further propagated by his son, our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan. An amicable personality, students-friendly personality, student-centric personality, tech-savvy personality. He all the time says, we must do something in Amity University to become the leader, education leader, what others are not doing. And these are all implemented by our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Balwinder Shukla. Now this event, 2 days continuous event with a different formats. You can see the innovation there also. It has created different formats in terms of making you comfortable, making you enlightened, making you enjoy, and making you inspire. That is another unique thing that I could see in this deliberation. These are all been possible due to meticulous planning by Dr. Shefali Raijada and supported by Dr. Aditya Tomar, Dr. P. Bhanu, and very, very elaborately worked out by Professor Niru Sharan, along with Chinhita Budua. Of course, other faculty members supported them, other faculty members helped them, and that's how we can see the success of this program. That we see that, ending of the program is coming in a big way. Now, question is coming. You all came, you saw, some of you conquered, some of you may not be conquering. Never mind, but that's a great learning out of it. And this learning, what will be the take homes? If I say that, 2 days you have spent your life, 50 students from outside the Amity group and 50 students inside the Amity Law College, what will be your take home? What we are propagating to you? We are propagating to you how really you should know how to control your speed, how to control your tone, how to control your volume, how to control your diction, how to control your language, and how to bring clarity and fluency. These 7, 8 things that, will be the take home. That is it that I could not win it because I didn't have the fluency? I could not win because I didn't have the clarity? I could not win because I had some language problem? Could I falter somewhat with my diction and also my tone on volume? Or have I spoken very, very quickly, very rapidly? So these are the things to be introspected for future learning. And these are going to be your take homes. Because our Honorable Founder President all the time says, whenever we'll be doing any activity, there has to be some outcome. There has to be some take homes. So these are your take homes, those who are not able to win and those who are going to again compete next time. Maybe here, maybe somewhere else. But please remember these advices. Somewhere I was just trying to collect what is the best way to be a debater, a great debater on a particular topic. The first one, they say, define your audience. You must know who are your audience. If you do not know who are your audience, whatever you will be speaking, either maybe at a high level or maybe at the low level. So understand who are your audience. Second, you must commit to a single claim. Whatever problem has been given, you stick to a single claim. Don't deviate from here and there. The third most important thing is that structure your argument around your claim. Whatever you are claiming on the debating point, structure your claim around that. The fourth one, you must do research when you are going to make your claim. If you do not do the research, then possibly from your common sense, if you start speaking, then you will not be able to convince the others. Anticipate the opposing claims. If you are claiming something, you should anticipate what your opposing, they are going to claim it. And you also need to address your argument's flaws. You yourself, within yourself, we must argument what my flaws are going to be, what probable flaws are going to be. Then ask question to yourself. Am I going to claim my points in a correct way? Or do I make my points in a different way? And accordingly, you have to prepare. Then answer questions directly. Whenever you are asking the questions to your opposition, ask directly. Don't go in a roundabout way. Don't beat around the bush. And if possible, on this claim, tell a story, claim a story so that you can relate it. Tell a story, claim a story. Then, as I mentioned, most important thing is when you are going to debate, you must know how to really train your tone. Most importantly, and finally, you must know how to deliver a conclusion. If you do not do some of the steps, this is some guidelines. This is not unique guidelines. It may vary from you, from anybody else. That is the way when we used to debate, we used to try to follow these guidelines. You may develop your own guidelines, or those who have won, they might have developed their own strategy, own guidelines. But these are some of the guidelines. Please remember it, because that is going to be your take-homes. Now, I am really, really thankful to all of you, all the participants, those who came out of Amity Law School, those who are my students, came from Amity Law School, those my students who did not participate but listen to get themselves enlightened. I am also congratulate them. I am also thankful to them. And finally, I really thankful to the organizer, my students, volunteers, and especially my two volunteers. Come this side, two volunteers. Who is Aja? These two volunteers, you must have seen it, 2 days. They relentlessly work under the guidance of Dr. Niru Saran. And along with you, not Chinita ma'am, I have taken as a faculty, but along with you, other students, volunteers, a team. Just can you introduce yourself? Let the other students know you. And come this side, yes, come. Entire team come forward. So that let the other students of Amity Law School know your talent, your organizing ability. Now, founder president has already communicated that he has a busy schedule, but he will try to join. In case he joins, it will be great honor for all of us. So now you can see this team, you can see the spirit, you can see the way they have worked day and night to make it a success. So thank you all. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words of appreciation and motivation. I would like to thank the audience for they have been extremely disciplined, and I would request all of you to continue to do so. Next, we invite our special guest, Mr. Kiran Shivkumar, IPS. Sir is an Indian Police Service Officer of Badge 2008. He has been the district police chief of various districts of Uttar Pradesh, state of India. He currently is posted as Deputy Inspector General of Police at CBI, the primary investigative agency in the country. He possesses 14 years of experience in law enforcement, crime, and fraud investigation and workforce planning. Sir has joined us online. Please welcome him with a round of applause.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. That's an affirmative.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I should At the outset, I would like to thank Professor Dr. Neeru Sharan for giving me this opportunity. And I would like to thank all the entire Amity staff and students, because it always, one always feels nice to be among the people who are the prospects of tomorrow. So you are budding young lawyers. So it always feels nice because we are all part of the criminal justice system. I, as a police officer, and you, as lawyers and future judges, maybe are also very, very integral part of the criminal justice system, because the entire the development of a country, because we are what we are because we have a robust criminal justice system. Because unless there is a deterrent to a crime, then people can become criminals very easily. So, talking about crime, why should one commit a crime? So, for every crime, you have learned that there is a motive, there is an opportunity, and there is, more importantly, there is an absence of lawful guardians. These lawful guardians could be your society, your parents, or the police. So, if one has a motive, if a person is hungry, he wants food. If he has to steal money, he will. And if he gets opportunity, he will do so more often. But why is he not doing so quite frequently? Because one, the society will brand him as a thief. Two, his family may think of the ignominy of becoming the family of a thief. Three, the police may catch him. Unless there is a deterrence, the criminal justice system just cannot work. And you, as future lawyers, have to basically support those who are accused of crimes. So it's a two-way street. Now, on a lighter note, I've heard about a gentleman called Franz Kafka. He wrote a famous book called The Trial. In that book, he mentions that a lawyer is a person who writes a 10,000 word document and calls it a brief. A 10,000 page document is called a brief. So, starting with this, you all know the importance of law, you have studied it. So, I'm not going to delve into all these. I'm just going to say a few little sentences regarding what Mr. Kafka had mentioned in that. It's a beautiful book. I think all the lawyers should read that. It's beautifully explains the trial of a particular gentleman, and it's a must read. So when we were in the academy, we were made to read this, and it's an eye opener to say the least. So now, coming about crime, law, and everything else, if you have heard about the positive school of law, this is, I starting with it because that's my favorite, because the law is the command of the sovereign. Sovereign in India is we the people, because the parliament passes the law and it's a command of the sovereign. So now who enforces this? We are all part of this. So that is why law and knowledge of law becomes very, very important. It's more than the charm of becoming a lawyer. It brings a certain sense of responsibility also. Whether you are on the dais or below that, arguing for somebody or arguing against somebody or deciding who is right and who is wrong, the sense of responsibility that the three alphabets put on you is tremendous. And there is no secret sauce to become a successful lawyer, just as there is no secret sauce to become a successful police officer. So one has to go through the grind. Some people may be lucky, but luck alone can't help you every time. So one must have that quality and fire in the belly for you. So number two is what Professor Bandyopadhyay just told, how to become a good debater. Why are these debate competitions held? Because to help you understand how to construct an argument. Constructing an argument is the sine qua non of any successful trial. So you should know to use the right word. If you read Mark Twain, he says the difference between the right word and the almost right word. Difference between the right word and the almost right word is really large. That is the difference between the lightning and the lightning bug. There's a difference between lightning and the lightning bug. So it is that different. So using the right word becomes very, very important. So you should know the right word to speak at the right time. And I won't take much time because you're eagerly waiting for your valediction function. So just 2 lines about the modern day issues, because now we are going through a churn. When we studied, I passed out of college sometime in 2006. So at that time, we were just, internet was there, of course, but the internet didn't have this much speed. So we were going through a different set of problems as teenagers and young adults. Now things are entirely different, because in 2 minutes, you can download a video and everything goes viral in 2 minutes, whether it's a lie or a fact. So you have to now sieve through a heap of lies to get to a fact. Whatever you get on your WhatsApp message or Facebook or Instagram may not be true. There is misinformation everywhere. So as a lawyer, as a responsible citizen, one must sieve through the pile of useless data to get to the truth. So with this, I would like to end my address, and I wish all of you a great future ahead. I wish all of you to become successful lawyers, judges, and whatever profession you choose. But remember something that Kafka again told, and I quote, one must lie low, no matter how much it went against the grain, and try to understand that your organization remains, so to speak, in a state of delicate balance. That if someone took it upon himself to alter the dispositions of things around him, he can run the risk of losing his footing. And while the organization would simply right itself by compensating reaction on the other part of machinery, and because everything is interlocked, the organization remains unchanged. It becomes more rigid, and it vigilant, severe, and more ruthless. So lying low and lying humble to your roots is very important. So otherwise, a person is not bigger than the organization. So one should be as humble. I mean, when I see you 20 years down the line, you're not the same person. You may be a successful lawyer or a very, very senior judge, but 20 years down the line, you should be you. And one should be humble and connected to the roots. So with this, I would like to thank Neeru ma'am again, and the Amity fraternity again for inviting me and giving this opportunity to address you. And I wish all of you a very, very bright future and a great time ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words of wisdom. These enlightening words are an opportunity for us students, the future of our nation. Thank you so much.
Now I would like to invite our next guest of honor, Dr. Manoj Kumar, sir, founder and managing partners, Hammurabi and Solomon and Partners. Sir is addressing all of you online. Sir, in addition to driving Hammurabi and Solomon Partners, which is ranked among the top 20 Indian law firms by Asian Legal Business, sir is also conferred the prestigious Mahatma Gandhi Samman at the House of Lords, London. Dr. Kumar is a top-tier name in construction law, conflict management, ADR and mediation, energy, environmental, natural resources, infra and real estate, corporate, MA, and policy and regulation space. Dr. Kumar is also acknowledged for his astounding leadership, strategy, and ability to find alternative solutions to the most critical and complex challenges across geographies. We invite you, sir, for your words of wisdom. Thank you, sir.
We welcome sir with a round of applause.
Well, I hope I am audible now.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for that kind introduction. And first of all, let me thank Professor Saran, Professor Bandyopadhyay, and whole galaxy of luminaries from Amity Law School having us over and joining today. Of course, my respects to my colleagues, Mr. Murari Tiwari and Aishwarya Bhatia, both in absentia, I believe, and of course to Mr. Shiv Kiran Kumar and Mr. Vidyanath Jha, and of course the galaxy of young minds and friends who have come from different parts of the country, I believe, make this initiative a huge success. I'm sure your learning curve would have been excellent. You would have gained a lot in the course of your journey in this initiative. I've been hearing our colleagues and other speak about different aspects of law practice, skills around debating. I was referring. I would want to just touch upon what is there to look out for the young minds who are sitting here today in the audience. What is so special about the time when you are about to graduate or you have just about graduated? Mr. Shivakumaran Kumar flagged some of the issues very appropriately about the changing times and the changing technologies and therefore the change of outlook that you want to have. I want to just evolve that discussion on those lines, but more on the practice side of things. As a practitioner, what is it that is different from the time that, for example, I graduated in 95? And what would have changed if I was to pass out today? How would I be looking out to approach the legal profession, make a successful journey as a legal professional? In the changing times that Mr. Kiran Kumar was referring to, advent of technology and the fast movement of data, some of the learning curves and things for us to acknowledge as practitioners are what are we likely to be confronted with over the next few years and over a decade or two. As students, as much as practicing lawyers, we all those of you who may not have come across age as a professional or aspiring professional, but learning now is something which is constant with our profession, and of course, continuing learning is very essential even for practicing lawyers like us at different points in our career, particularly because jurisprudence around different verticals of law practice, sectoral laws, regulators, it keeps changing and coming up fresh, and of course, change in the way the Supreme Court from time to time looks at certain foundational principles on which our fundamental rights, for example, are based, or our reliefs could be impacted because of a change of approach. So the short point is that we all need to learn, we all need to learn very regularly, at times in addition to what we learn as a part of our practice. From the traditional classroom learning that you would have been exposed to for 5 years, it's important for you to get used to virtual learning. Virtual tools are order of the day. Now even professional courses are being offered virtually. And as you progress in the profession, every now and then you have to top up your knowledge bank, your understanding, to hone your skills, whichever area you talk about, through virtual learning, which has its own advantages. It doesn't have to be a fixed time. It can be at your convenience. It could be at your place, at your time. The markup or the assessment is more objective rather than being a question paper, sit down exam models. So it's very important to get comfortable and get exposed to and master the skills of virtual learning as a learner, as much as law schools like Amity and other institutions are mastering the skills as service providers for online learning. The other important aspect is to virtually practice law, cyber attorneys. You may come across websites and advertisements or even apps on your phones, on Androids or iPhones, asking problems to be shared with them and how they can provide legal solutions. There are some pain points, thorny issues there with respect to what our Advocates Act permits and whether this can be carried on in this form. But in some form, while those issues will get ironed out over a period of time, the process of virtual attorneys, the whole service of virtual attorneys is going to pick up very rapidly in times to come in the near future itself, because there's a whole plethora of legal support and services required, where actually a detailed client interface is not required, and with the paucity of time and the acceptance of virtual means of doing even normal work and interactions, this is likely to take up in a big way in the near future. So better focus on those, on what are the tools and necessities, that, or the abilities and skills you need to develop to be a successful cyber attorney. Is one area for you to look at. I just have 2 or 3 more before I leave you with your evening that you plan for yourself. The next is about online dispute resolution. You must be reading about ODR off and on, as much as we know about alternate dispute resolution. The online version is gaining acceptance. Online mediation is also gaining acceptance. The regulatory framework is at the cusp of giving whole legal framework and acknowledging it as an accepted, enforceable model of dispute resolution. This, mind you, is an area which is a virgin area. There are not too many experts, particularly because of the online and technology side of familiarity that is required, both in mediation and dispute resolution. So wherever, in my experience, there have been virgin areas and new opportunities, young minds and young talents have had an opportunity to excel, because all that matters is your ability to deliver and master the skill that is required in that practice area. So online dispute resolution is an area of focus for young minds. Please look out and work on that extensively. Artificial intelligence in legal education and legal practice. Gone are the days when you had to prepare a brief. In our times, we used to do cyclosine. If some of the old professors remember the process from before, they used to make their question papers in the same manner. We have moved on in technology in many times over. From there, even now, artificial intelligence is able to actually draft out a near final pleading to be filed in a court, or a near final complicated, comprehensive agreement, even of the nature of technology transfers or joint ventures and many more varieties. AI is able to actually deliver most of it. And when I say nearly perfect version, what I mean is that the Advocates Act does not recognize AI as an entity, as an organization or an entity which has a license to practice law. So there is some gap there in terms of getting a validation by a lawyer. However, the advent of AI in law practice, as much as in law education, has come to a stage that it has to be accepted and brought into the system of your law practice. You cannot ignore and keep it far away or at a distance, because the competitive landscape and the skill-based excellence landscape in legal profession is getting more and more conquered and engaged with artificial intelligence. So expose yourself to these tools, to these softwares and applications, and see how you can master your skills so that in most places that you practice or you practice on your own, you could excel and deliver far better value to your clients and to your organization if you are familiar with the AI tools of the day and the AI tools which are upcoming. Last but not the least, this entire change that we talked about, the online version, the virtual version, I think soft skills that we traditionally know about in practice, which is also true of practice of law as much as true of any other practice of a profession which has an interface with clients or third parties. The soft skills need to be revisited and need to be relearned. The soft skills that are required in a physical interaction are far, far different from the soft skill which is required on an online interaction, either across as virtual interactions that we may be doing, or in similar models where you're differently placed and in a crowd or one-to-one. So soft skills need to be reoriented. Communications has to come to the center stage as a skill for every law school and every young talent which is passing out from law school, to have adequate communication skills and to be able to distinguish between physical and virtual communication skills that are required, and to be able to excel seamlessly, just the way you are used to possibly driving the old model cars with a gear and driving the cars with automatic transmission with equal ease. The change is very significant, but very subtle and very important to be taken note of. With these words, all the best to Amity Law School and the team for the initiative, to the participants. God bless you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for enlightening us with your wisdomous insights. Thank you so much, sir.
Students, you're all requested to maintain the decorum as this event was made possible by your efforts and I. We together have made this event extremely successful. Next, we would like to invite a very important guest. Media has become an undeniable part of our life, an organ, a source of education. Hence, we invite our distinguished guest, Mr. Vidyanath Jha, senior journalist and anchor of News Nations. Sir is working in electronic media from last 15 years, performing as an anchor and zero ground reporter journey from Star News, News 24, Z News to News Nation. We are very obliged to have you with us, sir.
नमस्कार। मैं आप लोगों से हिंदी में बात करूं तो चलेगा कि नहीं चलेगा, मुझे ये बताइए। मैं अभी देखिए, दो वजह है हिंदी में बात करने की मेरी। एक तो हम लोग हिंदुस्तानी हैं, और मैं क्योंकि हिंदी पत्रकारिता से आता हूं तो ये मेरा कर्तव्य भी बनता है और धर्म भी बनता है कि मैं जहां जाऊं वहां हिंदी में कम से कम बात किया करूं। दूसरी एक बड़ी वजह है, मैं अभी 9 देशों को घूम के आया हूं। यूक्रेन गया था, वॉर, रशिया एंड यूक्रेन वॉर कवर करने। इसके अलावा प्रधानमंत्री जी के साथ मैं कई कंट्रीज, यूरोपियन कंट्रीज अभी पिछले कुछ दिनों में घूम के आया हूं। तो मैंने देखा है कि वहां के लोग इंग्लिश जानते हैं, बोलते हैं, लेकिन अगर आप कोशिश कीजिए कि पहली बार में वो आपसे इंग्लिश में बात करने लग जाएं, जब तक आपसे उनकी दोस्ती नहीं हो जाए तो बड़ी मुश्किल से करते हैं। और होता यह है कि हमें ट्रांसलेटर रखना पड़ता है और $200 देने पड़ते हैं एक दिन के। तो हमारे देश में ये क्यों नहीं हो सकता है? हम लोग अपनी भाषा को क्यों नहीं पकड़ के रख सकते हैं? खैर, ये तो मैं हिंदी बोलना चाहता था, इसलिए ये मैंने आपको बताया, समझाया, लॉजिक दिया। लेकिन अब देखिए, क्योंकि जिस मकसद से मुझे यहाँ पर बुलाया गया है, मंच पर उपस्थित सभी महानुभाव और मेरे प्यारे साथियों, बहुत खुशी है मुझे कि आज मैं आप लोगों के बीच हूँ, क्योंकि हम लोगों को ऐसा मौका बहुत ज्यादा नहीं मिलता है। हम लोग टीवी के इस तरफ होते हैं और सुनने वाले दूसरी तरफ होते हैं। हम लोग बोलते हैं, वो सुनते हैं, रिप्लाई कम ही कर पाते हैं। आज लेकिन खुला हुआ मंच है, आप लोग मेरे सामने हैं और मैं आपके सामने हूँ। मैं आपसे अपनी बात रखूंगा और मैं कहूंगा कि अगर आप मुझसे कुछ पूछना चाहें तो आखिरी के कुछ सेकंड्स में, मिनट्स में आप मुझसे पूछिएगा, मैं उसका जवाब भी दूंगा, क्योंकि अब आपका विदाई समारोह है। इसके बाद आप एक नए युग में, ये एक आपकी नई दुनिया होगी जिसमें आप कदम रखने जा रहे हैं। ये अभी तक जो आपका यूनिवर्सिटी, क्लास, कॉलेज, स्कूल चला है, उससे बिल्कुल अलग दुनिया होगी, जहां आप बहुत कुछ सीखेंगे और बहुत कुछ सिखाएंगे। हम जैसे लोगों को जो पहले आपसे निकल गए हैं, या उन जैसे लोगों को जो आपके बाद इस दुनिया में कदम रखेंगे। लेकिन अब एक नई दुनिया होगी और जिम्मेदारी बहुत बड़ी होगी आप लोगों के ऊपर। देखिए, कार्यपालिका, विधायिका और पत्रकारिता, जुडिशरी, ये चार ऐसे पिलर हैं हमारे संविधान के जिससे लोग बहुत उम्मीद करते हैं। मैं जब टीवी पर बोलता हूं तो लोगों को उम्मीद होती है कि मैं उनकी बात कह दूं। आप लोग जब किसी कोर्ट में जाएंगे, कोई केस लड़ेंगे, तो लोगों को उम्मीद होगी कि आप उनकी बात कह दें, उनके न्याय के लिए लड़ दें। वो जिस तरह से लड़ना चाहते हैं उनकी आवाज आप बन जाएं। तो ये आपकी जिम्मेदारी अब आपके कंधों पर आने वाली है। अभी तक आपने अपने कैंपस में खूब खेला है, मस्ती की है, लेकिन अब थोड़ी सी जिम्मेदारी के लिए आपको तैयार रहना होगा। रहेंगे तैयार? एक बार जोर से बोल दीजिए, मुझे लगता है कि आप लोग बोर हो रहे हैं। ओके, क्योंकि मैंने कहा कि देखिए हम चार पिलर हैं, एक मैं हूं और एक आप हैं, दो तो यही हैं। तो हम दोनों अगर मजबूत रहते हैं तो हमारा देश, हमारा संविधान, हमारा सिस्टम काम करेगा। और देखिए, जब हर जगह से कोई इंसान हार जाता है, परेशान, गरीब, देखिए पैसे वालों के लिए तो दिक्कत नहीं है, कहते हैं कि पैसे वाले तो न्याय भी खरीद लेते हैं, उनके लिए आप लड़ेंगे। क्योंकि अब आप जब इस कैंपस से बाहर निकलेंगे, किसी कोर्ट में प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, किसी बड़े लॉयर के साथ काम करेंगे, तो आप पेशेवर हो जाएंगे और पैसा भी कमाएंगे। और इतना पैसा खर्च किया है तो पैसा क्यों नहीं कमाएंगे? कमाएंगे। लेकिन साथ में हमें यह भी देखना पड़ेगा कि पैसे के साथ साथ हम अपने मूल्यों को ना खोएं। हमारी जो वैल्यूज हैं, हमारे समाज की वैल्यू, हमारी वैल्यू, आपकी वैल्यू, हमारे देश की वैल्यू, उसकी रक्षा करना भी हमारे आपके हाथ में है और हम आप ही कर सकते हैं। ये जिम्मेदारी बनती है हम लोगों की। वो आपने सुना होगा कि सरकार में जो भी आता है वो कहता है कि हम आखिरी पायदान पर बैठे हुए, जैसे वो सबसे कोने में बैठा हुआ शख्स है जो चेयर पर सर नीचे करके बैठे हुए हैं, वहां तक हम सुविधा पहुंचाने की कोशिश करेंगे और हम चाहते हैं कि पहुंचे। उसी तरीके से जुडिशरी की जिम्मेदारी है कि आखिरी पायदान पर खड़े व्यक्ति तक न्याय पहुंचे। आपको मालूम है कि 4,60,00,000 से ज्यादा केसेस जिला अदालतों में या निचली अदालतों में लंबित हैं, 22 लाख से ज्यादा हाई कोर्ट में। और सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने तो कह दिया कि देखिए, अगर इसी तरीके से हमारे पास केस आते रहे तो 500 साल लग जाएंगे इन केसों को निपटाने में। 500 साल, सोचिए कितनी पीढ़ियां निकल जाएंगी। तो आज आपको सोचना है कि इस सिस्टम को ठीक करने के लिए आपकी भूमिका क्या हो सकती है, आप क्या योगदान दे सकते हैं। भाषा की बात अभी हमारे पूर्व मुख्य न्यायाधीश भारत एनवी रमना साहब ने भी की। उन्होंने कहा कि देखिए, हमें ये जो हमारी न्याय व्यवस्था है इसका भारतीयकरण करने की जरूरत है। अब ये भारतीयकरण क्या है? भारतीयकरण जिस ज्योग्राफिकल कंडीशन में हम लोग रहते हैं, जिस सिस्टम में हम लोग रहते हैं, जो बातें मुझे समझ में आती हैं, जो बातें आपको समझ में आती हैं, जिन चीजों को आसानी से आप पहुंच आपकी हो सकती है जहां तक, वो भारतीयकरण है। इंग्लैंड में रहकर अगर आप समोसा खाने की कोशिश करेंगे तो मिल जाएगा, लेकिन आपको ढूंढना पड़ेगा कि वो रेस्टोरेंट कहाँ है, इंडियन रेस्टोरेंट। ठीक उसी तरीके से यहां पर अगर आप कहेंगे कि रोज बीफ खाना है, मुझे बीफ चाहिए, तो आपके आस पड़ोस में जो आपके साथी होंगे वही कहेंगे यार क्या कर रहे हो तुम। तो खाना पीना, रहना सहना, ये सब ज्योग्राफिकल होता है। और उसी तरीके से न्याय जो है वो भी ज्योग्राफिकल ही होता है, वहां के समाज के कंडीशन के हिसाब से, भौतिक व्यवस्था जो है उसके हिसाब से। तो रमना साहब ने बड़ी अच्छी बात कही कि ये कैसे बदलें, क्योंकि हम उपनिवेश में जिन व्यवस्थाओं को एडप्ट करते हुए आए थे आज उसी पर चल रहे हैं। अंग्रेजों ने कानून बनाया था। अब क्यों बनाया था अंग्रेजों ने कानून? उनकी न्याय व्यवस्था क्या थी? वो तो दंड देने के लिए यहां पर आए हुए थे। जिसको मन किया उठाया, खड़ा किया और दंड दिया, फांसी पे चढ़ा दिया। कितना बदला है, कोशिश हुई है। अब देखिए, अगर पूर्व मुख्य न्यायाधीश भारत के कहते हैं कि हमें बदलने की जरूरत है, तो जरूरत तो उन्हें महसूस हुई होगी। उन्होंने एक बड़ा लंबा अरसा दिया इस फील्ड में, तो बदलने की जरूरत है। तो कौन बदलेगा? आप बदलेंगे, क्योंकि यहां से निकलकर अब लोग आपको नई उम्मीद से देखेंगे। वो टकटकी लगाए देखेंगे कि अब ये जो नया बैच आया है, ये जो नया जनरेशन आया है, ये व्यवस्था को कैसे बदलता है। तो ये एक बड़ी जिम्मेदारी आप लोगों पर होने जा रही है। इसके अलावा देखिए, यहां से निकलने के बाद आप लोग जब दुनिया में आएंगे, क्योंकि मैं लगभग 15 साल से जर्नलिज्म कर रहा हूं, अलग अलग चैनलों में रहा मैं, स्टार न्यूज जो अब एबीपी हो गया है, न्यूज 24, जी न्यूज, और अब न्यूज नेशन में हूं मैं। और क्योंकि हम लोग जाते हैं रिपोर्टिंग पे, तो बहुत सारे लोगों से हमारी मुलाकात होती है, और विश्वास कीजिए ऐसे लोग मिलते हैं जो न्याय के लिए भटक रहे होते हैं, क्योंकि उन्हें एक अच्छा वकील नहीं मिलता है, एक सस्ता वकील नहीं मिलता है, उनके हिसाब का एक वकील नहीं मिलता है। तो ये कौन करेगा? उन लोगों को न्याय मिले या नहीं मिले, ये आप ही तय कीजिए। उन लोगों तक आपको पहुंचना है या नहीं पहुंचना है, ये भी आप ही तय कीजिए। मैं ये नहीं कहता हूं कि मोटा पैसा देके आपने अपनी पढ़ाई कंप्लीट की है तो पैसा नहीं कमाएं, ये जरूरत है हम सबकी। मैं किसी चैनल में काम करता हूं, मैं एंकर हूं, तो मेरे काम के हिसाब से मुझे पैसा नहीं मिलेगा तो मैं जीऊंगा कैसे? मेरा काम कैसे चलेगा? मैं गाड़ी कैसे चलाऊंगा? मैं घर कैसे चलाऊंगा? पेट्रोल डीजल तो वैसे महंगा हो गया है, तो कैसे काम चलेगा? तो वो सब कीजिए, लेकिन मूलतः आपके अंदर एक भावना होनी चाहिए, या आप लोग रखेंगे, मुझे पूरा विश्वास है, क्योंकि आप जितने भी लोग यहां बैठे हैं, मुझे उम्मीद है कि हर किसी के दिल में तिरंगा है। तो उस तिरंगे की शान के लिए और न्याय के लिए ये जो पूरा बैच निकलेगा, ये अपनी तरफ से कोशिश करेगा। देखिए, बहती हुई हवा के साथ तो हर कोई बह जाता है, लेकिन उससे अलग जो रास्ता बनाता है वही नाम कमाता है, वही बड़ा हो जाता है। 1 रुपए में जो केस लड़ ले, 1 रुपए में जो केस लड़ ले, उसके लिए ताली बजेगी, उसके लिए देश वाहवाही करेगा। तो भगवान ने आप लोगों को चुना है। आप ये मत समझिए कि बाई चांस आप लोग यहां पर आ गए हैं। हम जैसे, आप जैसे लोगों को ऊपर वाले चुनते हैं, क्योंकि हमको वहां बिठा दिया गया है, आपको वहां बिठा दिया गया है, या बैठेंगे आप जहां से आप सीधे लोगों से जुड़ पाएंगे, लोग आप तक पहुंच पाएंगे। देखिए, किसी न्यायाधीश के घर पहुंचना बड़ा मुश्किल काम है, जज के घर पहुंचना मुश्किल काम है, न्यायमूर्ति के घर पहुंचना मुश्किल काम है। उनसे ये कह देना कि देखिए मेरी जरूरत है, मैं परेशान हूं और सच्चाई ये है, वो कहेंगे नहीं भाई साहब आप आइए उधर कोर्ट में आइए, वकील लेके आइए, और वकील अच्छा मेरा मिला तो बल्ले बल्ले, नहीं तो लोगों के घर बिक जाते हैं। हमने तो देखा हुआ अपनी आंखों से। उत्तर प्रदेश में मैं एक स्टोरी करने गया था, रेप की स्टोरी थी, ब्रुटली रेप हुआ था उस लड़की का, युवती का, ठीक निर्भया केस आप लोगों को पता होगा। तो बलरामपुर में गया था और बहुत भीड़ लगी हुई थी। जब मैं वहां पे पहुंचा तो 1-2 मीडिया वाले आए थे, वो स्टोरी कवर करके चले गए थे। लेकिन वो परिवार जो था वो परेशान था, और उसको बस हम लोगों से ही उस वक्त उम्मीद थी। उसे लग रहा था कि कोई तो आए मीडिया वाला जो हमारी आवाज दिल्ली तक पहुंचा दे। हमने वहां खड़े होकर शोज किए। फाइनली उत्तर प्रदेश की सरकार, अवनीश अवस्थी जी तब थे, अवनीश अवस्थी जी पहुंचे, एडीजी लॉ एंड ऑर्डर पहुंचे, मेरी मुलाकात उनसे हुई, परिवार से उनकी मुलाकात हुई, योगी जी ने कुछ लोगों को भेजा वहां, और उस परिवार की बात सुनी गई। मैं भी अगर वहां से स्टोरी करके आ जाता तो सोचिए कि वो जो परिवार है वो कहां जाता। तो ये हमारी जिम्मेदारी बनती है, जिसको हमें निभाना होगा। करेंगे हम, प्रण लेंगे कि नहीं, करेंगे हम। हमें सब कुछ चाहिए, हमें बड़ा सा बंगला चाहिए, बड़ी सी गाड़ी चाहिए, अच्छी लाइफस्टाइल चाहिए, क्योंकि हम बड़े बड़े लोगों के केस भी लड़ेंगे। लड़ेंगे कि नहीं लड़ेंगे आप लोग? हाँ, लड़ेंगे ना? तो वहां से तो पैसा आएगा, वहां कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। मेरी जेब में अगर पैसा है और अगर मैं 40 रुपए का पानी बोतल खरीदता हूं तो मुझे परेशानी नहीं होगी। लेकिन जिसको एक दिन के खाने के लिए सिर्फ 40 रुपए मिलने हैं, आप जरा सोचिए, किसी दिन उसकी जेब से 40 रुपए गिर जाएं तो उसका क्या होगा? तो आप सब लोग बहुत सजग हैं। मैं बहुत देर से बैठ के सुन रहा था, जितने हमारे मेहमान थे उनको सुन रहा था। मैं देख रहा था बहुत धैर्य से या जबरदस्ती से आप लोग सुन रहे थे उनको। और मुझे तो लग रहा था कि जब तक मेरा नंबर आएगा तब तक आप लोग चले जाएंगे, लेकिन मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा आप लोगों के बीच आकर। और मैं यही कहूंगा कि आप लोगों की आगे की जो दुनिया है वो बहुत खूबसूरत है, बहुत अच्छी है। उस दुनिया में अपने आप को बनाए रखिएगा। आगे चलकर हम भूल जाते हैं कि हम कहाँ से आए हैं, हमारी जिम्मेदारी क्या है, हमें करना क्या है, तो उसको अपने दिल में रखिएगा। बाकी मेरी तरफ से आप सभी को बहुत शुभकामनाएं। आप आगे जाएं, आगे बढ़ें और किसी दिन हमारे स्टूडियो तक पहुंचें, क्योंकि आप अपना नाम इतना बड़ा करें कि हम आपको गर्व से बुलाएं और अपने स्टूडियो में बिठाएं कि देखिए इस स्टूडेंट को मैं एक दिन संबोधित कर रहा था और आज ये मेरे बगल में बैठ के हमारे साथ पैनल में बैठा हुआ है और किसी बड़े मुद्दे पर बात कर रहा है। बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं आपको। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। शुक्रिया।
धन्यवाद महोदय आपके वक्तव्य के लिए। हमने निर्णय ले लिया है कि इस देश को न्याय दिला कर रहेंगे।
Thank you so much, sir. Proceeding further, I would like to invite the student convener of Checkmate Society and this event, VELLUM 2.0, Mr. Rajdeep Saraf, to present the report of VELLUM 2.0. Everyone, a round of applause
For a man who made this event possible.
Before moving further with the release, with the reports, we'll be first introducing the release of Souvenir, the one such report which can actually showcase what VELLUM 2.0 beholded. We request our deputy convener, Mr. Pratyush Jha, to come forward and release the Souvenir.
A very pleasant evening to everyone present here, honorable dignitaries on the dais, honorable dignitaries who have just joined us through online, respected professors, participants, and all my dear friends. So without taking much of your time, I'll come to the main part of my speech, that is the release of Souvenir. I'll request all our respected dignitaries to kindly come forward and bless us by the releasing of Souvenir of VELLUM 2.0. With a huge round of applause. Thank you so much to all the respected dignitaries.
Dignitaries, please come forward to actually reward our participants. Now I would like to call upon Dr. Neeru Sharan to award you all. Our faculty co-convener, Ms. Trinita, we invite you to present the awards.
So now the time for prize distribution, the time you have been waiting for. So we are going to declare the results of our competitions.
Good evening, everyone. So we start with extempo. The first runner-up for the extempo is Apurva Gautam. The second prize for extempo goes to Tathagat Ghansham. The first prize of extempo goes to Mriganka. Now we go to group discussion. The second runner-up for group discussion is Khyati Rajpat. The first runner-up for group discussion is Shriyansh Shrey. And the winner for group discussion is Bhupinder. We now move to the next category, that is cross-examination. The first prize for the cross-examination goes to Team Bennett, that is Lavanya Ahuja and Robin Ahuja. The second prize for cross-examination goes to Team Pearson, Anandita and Rishi. Now we move to Lincoln and Douglas debate. The winner for this is Team Obama, Shreya Chawla. The second prize goes to Team Trump, Kazi Rasim. Now we move to the last category, that is turncoat debate. The second runners-up for turncoat debate is Ayushi. She's not here. The first runner-up for turncoat debate is Pulak Mohanty. And the winner for the turncoat debate is Alina Khan. I congratulate all the winners on behalf of the Checkmate team.
Now I would like to invite Mr. Rajdeep Sharaf, for he is the student convener of Checkmate, the debating society of Amity Law School, Noida.
Thank you so much, Sanidhya and Nuha. A very good afternoon to one and all present here. It is a very hard day and a very long day for all of us. It's been really tough to come to this point of valedictory ceremony for us. It has taken too much of effort, too much of hard work for us to come to this position. At Checkmate, the debating society of Amity Law School, Noida, it was years my conveners, my seniors took to build this society what it is. The debating culture, the points, the emotions that we have raised over the course of years as a point of discussion in this particular debate society has always been something different, where we try to push the envelope of debate, and we try to push the envelope of understanding the society, the law, the college, and everything that we believe in. Events in Checkmate has always been something that we feel is the highlight of our society, from organizing the Independence Day debate to the Republic Day debate to our turncoat debates to multiple other debates that we do. Freshers debate is something that we have always supported, we have always believed in, we've always organized as hard as we can in the best possible manner. The VELLUM itself is a very important event and a flagship event for all of us. We started this particular trend in 2019, but because of COVID situation, we couldn't do it in between. The word VELLUM itself has been given by my my predecessors itself, and it is my advance opportunity and honor to take it forward in the second edition. We had 5 multiple formats of debate in this particular competition, ranging from group discussion, from turncoat to extempo, to the Lincoln debate, which is for the first time that has happened in India. And more than that, this debate is a very long format practiced in India as well. And then we also had the cross-examination debate, which is different and also new in terms of the debating culture. Further, we ended the entire 5 formats with a great panel discussion on the climate change issue. The climate change issue is an ongoing issue where the entire country is facing it and is important to be addressed for all of us. Therefore, the panel discussion was a very fruitful one, ranging with our 4 esteemed panelists, which was moderated by my former convener and the moderator, Ma'am Urvashi Chauhan. With this, the entire debate witnessed the participation of more than 100 debaters from Amity Law School, from Amity University, and above all, from the entire Delhi University, from all the other colleges present in Delhi NCR and across India. It was a privilege to host all of them in this particular debate competition at VERBEM 2.0, organized on the 22nd and the 23rd of September in 2022. This debate competition could have never been possible if we didn't have the support of our Honorable Chairman, Sir, Professor Dr. D.K. Bandyopadhyay, Honorable HOI, Professor Dr. Shafali Raizada, Professor Dr. Aditya Tomar, Professor Dr. Arvind Sir, and it was definitely could not have been possible if we didn't have the support of our faculty convener, Professor Dr. Neeru Sharan, Ma'am Chinita. It was not possible without the other faculties who supported us, with Swati Ma'am, with Ekta Ma'am, and all the other faculties in law school who have put too much of hard work to make this entire event come into life. And definitely my entire secretariat, ranging from my deputy to secretaries to joint secretaries and committee heads who worked really hard. I would definitely like to mention certain student volunteers of second year who have really put their game really forward. From Hiba to Utkarsh to Sambhav to Ayat to Shivani, they've really worked hard, and I appreciate their contribution to this particular for this particular debate competition, and Sadhika as well. Thank you so much for their contribution, for their hard work. And I would like to give a huge shout out to our sponsors, Admissify, as well as Royal PG people for showing their support to us, and our media partner Desi Kanun for being so loyal and always being present in every event of Amity. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It has genuinely been a mammoth of a task, and it has taken a lot of hard work for me to stand here and give this report. Thank you so much to all my professors sitting on the dais and off the dais. Thank you so much for helping us to create this combat, and all the participants and all the volunteers. Thank you on behalf of every member at Checkmate. I'm honored. Thank you so much. Guys, it is not over yet. We have the additional Solicitor General of India who has joined us through online. So I would request the IT department.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you
Settle
hear?
down, everybody. Hi, sir. Yeah. We have Aishwarya ma'am with us. Senior Advocate Aishwarya Bhati is the Additional Solicitor General of India. It is an absolute honor to have ma'am amongst us. Ma'am, if you could enlighten us with some words.
Thank you so much. And I hope you can hear me. I apologize for my physical absence, and I'm really grateful that I got an opportunity to still be part of this this wonderful show that you have put up. I missed some portions of it. I'm sorry, I was in court, and we had the farewell of Justice Indra Banerjee, a very formidable woman judge of the Supreme Court. She's bidding farewell to us today. I know the vote of thanks has already been said, so there isn't much for me to say today. But what I really wanted to share is that, as young students of law, as young lawyers in the making, an advice from a student of law who has been in practice of law for about 2.5 decades. All that I can say is that life as a student of law, once we have chosen law, we remain students of law forever. The only real teachers are our teachers who are here in the faculty, in the university, who are all part of the whole of teaching process. Apart from that, you are young students of law who are studying law. I am a student of not so young student of law who is practicing law. But the journey is a journey of remaining a student of law for life. And the only three in my journey, in my experience, that I have found the three capital H's are like the fulcrum of your journey as a student of law. And those three capital H's I just want to share with you today. The first capital H is the H of honesty, because this is a profession that requires unimpeachable integrity and honesty. This is not a profession that you can bring half of your honesty to, or get it done with in any manner. It requires unimpeachable integrity and honesty every single day on every single brief. One of the great doyens of the legal system, late Mr. Ram Jethmalani, used to say, and that is something that I heard as a young lawyer, and I have sort of really kept that and imbibed with me in my journey. I'd like to share that with you. He always used to say that there are layers within which a lawyer has to function, and for the purpose of understanding those layers, it is important to understand this maxim that if it is a clash, a dichotomy, if you feel that you're torn between two, which out of the two you should choose. So the saying, that the maxim that Mr. Ram Jethmalani used to say is, lose your case but don't lose the brief. So if it is the dichotomy between losing that day's case and the brief, lose the case but don't lose the brief. Lose the brief but don't lose your client. Lose your client but don't lose the judge. Lose the judge but never lose your conscience. So that is one thing that is very, very important to understand. Unimpeachable honesty and integrity is sine qua non in the journey as a legal professional, as a student of law. The second capital H is the H of hard work. There is really no running away from this. This is not a profession that we can do just by our brain, by our hands, by our acumen, by our skills. This is a profession that is going to take every ounce of our energy, every ounce of what it entails, that we can provide. It takes our hair, it takes our nails, our eyes, our teeth, our tongue, our heart, our soul. So you have to jump into it, dive into it with all that you've got. It will take a very it takes all the hard work that you can put in, and it takes that hard work for the entire journey that you take. But let me tell you that because it takes so much, it also gives so much. So something that is something that is taking so much of your effort, if it has to be worth your while, it will take a lot of effort. And the third capital H that I want to share with you is the capital H of humility. And that is a attribute of humility that becomes even more significant when our journey becomes bigger and bigger and brighter, because like my mother always used to say, जिस पेड़ पे फल ज्यादा लगे होते हैं उस पेड़ को झुका हुआ रहना जरूरी है, नहीं तो हर आंधी, हर तेज हवा, हर छोटा मोटा तूफान उसके फल सारे गिरा देगा. So humility is one aspect which is very important for us to appreciate and understand, that we are in this, when we choose the profession of law, it is not we are choosing to be social doctors, social teachers, social engineers. It is not the amount of money that one makes in this profession that really defines the journey. It is the difference that we make in people's life that defines our journey as students of law who are practicing law. And that should be the fulcrum of our journey, of understanding that we have the capacity to help somebody. People don't come to lawyers in happiness. People don't come to lawyers in celebration. People come to lawyers when they are at the lowest ebb of their lives, when they are really destitute, desperate, and frustrated, and every other else, every other avenue is closed to them. They come to the court of law as a last resort. So a lawyer's help is required at that stage in a person's journey, when every other resort has sort of closed its door on us. So we have a very important responsibility on us, and that responsibility needs to be carried out with humility, empathy, and compassion. I wish you all the very best. Your debating skills are, of course, going to be very, very useful in your journey of law. But I think, to sum up, what really defines what makes a great lawyer is a great human being. If you aspire to become a great human being, a compassionate human being, you will automatically make a great lawyer. That is my experience. I am again grateful for this privilege to address my thoughts with you, and I wish each one of you all the very best, and I apologize profusely for my physical absence with all of you today. It's my loss, but I apologize. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for those wise words and for addressing the August Gallery. It was an absolute honor to hear you, and it would have been an absolute honor if you could make it. But thank you so much, ma'am, nevertheless. Thank you. I would now invite Honorable Chairman, Amity Law Schools, and all the HOIs, Professor Dr. Shefali Raizada, Professor Dr. Aditya Tomar, Professor Dr. Arvind P. Bhanu, to please felicitate our guest of honor, Mr. Vidyanand Jha. A huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for honorable guest. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I'll now invite Professor Dr. Neeru Sharan to please render the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's my privilege to propose vote of thanks on behalf of Checkmate, the Debating Society of Amity Law School, Noida. I'm very thankful to our dignified guests, senior journalist Mr. Vidyanath Jha and Mr. Murari Tiwari sir, who were here. They spared their time and blessed our students. I'm also thankful to Ms. Aishwarya Bhati and Mr. Kiran Shivkumar IPS, who joined us online and enlightened our students. I'd also like to express my sincere gratitude to our honorable founder, sir, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, sir, for his blessings. I'm thankful to our chancellor, sir, Dr. Atul K. Chauhan, and vice chancellor, ma'am, Dr. Balvinder Shukla, for their support and guidance. I'm also thankful to our chairman, sir, Professor Dr. D.K. Bandyopadhyay, our joint HOIs, Dr. Aditya Tomar, sir, Dr. A.P. Bhanu, and Dr. Shafali Raizada. Ma'am has been a big support. I'm so much thankful to our student team, entire debating society, my co-convener Chinhita Barua, and all faculty colleagues. Manoj Hammurabi sir, I told him. Okay, maybe I missed. Manoj sir, he joined us online. I'm so much thankful to him. And I'm so much thankful to our students who were here for their patient learning. Thank you everyone.
I'll request the entire gathering to please settle down.
A lot of applause. Our organizing student team deserve a lot of big applause to our organizing team, including faculty and the students. It's only the pillars, the students who always are in the front row to take up the responsibility and show their hard work and passion. So my good wishes and lot of applause for our organizing students team. I'm really happy to just complete your event with all show and with all vigor and all laugh and laughter. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Neeru ma'am, and Chinnita also as a faculty convener. Thank you so much.